Hello, this is Michael Emery with Emery EPS Internet Marketing, and what we're doing today is we're looking at some of the keyword phrases that are related to the wine industry. And what I'm going to do is going to go through different types of wine, different grapes, and identify some of the potential keyword phrases that you could rank your website for. And obviously there's going to be some big ones, and then there's going to be much smaller ones, and then there will be city and wine variations, or country and wine, or state and wine variations that are also very important. But those are items that you would have to get back to me and say, look, this is my specific city, or this is the state, or this is the country that I'd like to focus on. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your country. You could actually take one country that you'd like to target and focus on that. So it could be a Chilean, say it's a Chilean wine or Chilean vineyard that's focusing upon a state like California. So there's definitely some crossover options there. There's really no limitations. And what this has to do with is driving website traffic. And that's really the name of the game here, is how do you get in front of the potential buyers or the people that are in your industry that could potentially give you more exposure and give your organization the specific boost that it needs in order to gain more clients. So we can take a look here. We can see the keyword phrase Cabernet Sauvignon, and this gets right here 49,500 searches per month. That is a huge keyword phrase to rank for. That would be very significant. It would take probably a fair amount of time. You've got to keep in mind that this is very competitive. It's also general. This would be great for branding. It's not necessarily a buying keyword phrase, but for example, if you are a producer of this specific sort of wine and you want to position yourself better so that you can get more attention, this would be one way to do it, to have your website show up in the top 5 results in Google on the first page. It's going to get you a tremendous amount of exposure. We can see here another option is best Cabernet Sauvignon, and this is getting 2,900 searches per month. This is also a great option. We can see Cabernet Sauvignon taste. Well, it's not necessarily a buying keyword phrase. We're going to see a lot of brands in here too, where people are going into Google, and essentially Google is kind of like a confession. It's people go and they tell their deepest, darkest secrets or their desires to Google, what they want to learn, what they want to know. So certain things like this, is you could potentially do a comparison. It may be crossing a line there. You could do an educational post on your website. You could also rank a website for years. We can see here 2013, if that's a brand in a year, or a wine type in a year that you have 880 searches per month. Let's scroll down a little bit. We can see that I'm actually going to go down to the bottom here. There are 28 pages of results. So there are a ton of potentials here. And I'm just going to go through some of the top ones that I'm seeing on this first page that would drive some significant traffic. So we can see another one is good Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauvignon calories, it's not necessarily a buying keyword phrase, but you could potentially get in front of traffic, 720 viewers per month, giving them a sort of educational overview. Here's one. This is a buying keyword phrase. Best Cabernet Sauvignon, under 20. I'm assuming that's going to be $20. It could be 20 euros, but it's very, very specific. 590 searches per month. Here's another educational one, Merlot versus Cabernet Sauvignon. Let's see here. Here's another best Cabernet Sauvignon, under 30, 480 searches per month. So these are great ways to not only position your brand, but to drive wine enthusiasts to your website. I'm just going to go down a little bit more here. Here's one that maybe it's not what you want to target or associate with, but it's an example of a keyword phrase. Best cheap Cabernet Sauvignon, 320 searches per month. So there's definitely a market there, and who defines what is cheap or what is inexpensive? This is just what people are searching for. So best Cabernet Sauvignon, under 15, 320. And let me just see a few more here. And these are just sort of the big, like here's one, California, Cabernet Sauvignon. Replace California with your city or your state or your country, and there's going to be traffic for it. And one of the most powerful things is, well, what if you're not from California? But what if you wanted to rank for this keyword search phrase because there's 260 searches per month, and that could give you some significant exposure? Well, you could be a wine producer anywhere in the world, and you could have your wine show up, and you could say, we could title a page on your website or a post on your website, California Cabernet Sauvignon versus, and then put in your city, state, country. And so there's a lot of different ideas there, and that's what I'd like to open up the door for, is the possibility of us doing some strategizing and planning together and identifying what are potential ways that we can increase your website traffic and also enhance your brand so that you're positioning your site in front of potential buyers and also authorities in this industry that can give you that exposure that you need. So thank you very much for watching this. I'd love to have the opportunity to speak with the individual who's in charge of marketing at your organization. And if you would like, please forward this video to that person. Again, thank you for your time.